This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we have a dryer, this is a Whirlpool dryer, that will not stay on. When we press the start button, it starts to spin, but as soon as you let go of the start button, it turns off. The motor turns off. And this could be due to a couple of things. One is a moisture sensor control board that lives up here in the console area. Another is a motor relay that also lives in this console area. Sometimes even a super dirty motor can do this too, or a worn out motor. But probably it's the relay. So we're going to pull these trim pieces off. Just kind of grab them from the top, pull towards you, and they'll release. And then underneath there's two Phillips head screws. You got to make sure you have it unplugged. Two Phillips head screws you're going to remove. They come out at about 45-degree angles. They're about 1.5 inches long. And then you can tilt up the console and you have access to all the cool parts underneath. There we go. And there's a couple of relays. One is a heater relay, and one is a motor relay. And they're actually the same part. So what we're going to try is just switching one for the other. And usually what happens is the motor relay stops working first. And if you put the heater relay where the motor relay was, then all of a sudden you notice that the motor will stay on, and that would tell you that you just have to replace that one relay. I'm taking a picture of how the wires go on the back, just to help me remember. But they are the exact same part, so I'm going to be stripping the wires off of the two relays, and then I'll switch them. Take the heater relay and put it where the motor relay was, and put the motor relay where the heater relay was. Hook the wires back up according to the picture I took. And then when I plug it in, maybe that will help the motor to run continuously. If that was the case, then I would know to buy one of these relays and replace the one that isn't working. But this board over to the left of the relays, the kind of tan looking board, that's the moisture control board that senses how much moisture is in the clothing, and if that is malfunctioning, it will cut power to the motor. So if you turn on the motor, it'll turn on, but as soon as you let go, it'll turn off. It's another common cause on this model for when you get this symptom, where when you press the button it spins, but when you let go it turns off. So we're just removing the wires, and then we're going to look at the photograph and make sure we got them on correctly. We're just reversing these two relays. If you have to get a motor control board, or I'm sorry, the moisture sensing board over here to the left, on this model they're no longer made, but you can send your old board out, and there's a company that'll refurbish it. They'll fix it, send it back to you, and then you can reinstall it. It costs about $150. And on other models, these boards are still available. So I'm just switching the wires between the two relays. It's good to take a picture though, just because sometimes it's hard to remember which wire goes where. There we go. So it checks out good. Alright, so now when I press it, I got the same result. So I know it's not the relays, and another common culprit would be the moisture control board. So unfortunately, again, for this one, it's going to be where I have to take it out and send it to the company, and then within about a week they send it back by replacing a couple of the parts that no longer work. And then I'll put it back in and I'll have a dryer that works again. So I'd try the relays first because it's so easy just to switch them around. But if it still has the same symptom, almost for sure it's this board. And the board's super easy to replace. It'd take you about 10 minutes. So I'm just tightening up those old relays again because I know they're not the culprit. And I'm just going to reinstall them, tighten up those screws, and I'll remove the moisture sensor control board and have it refurbished. So I hope that's been helpful to you and that you get your dryer going again. So thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. Thanks again.